Hi everyone, today I would like to share with you how to make cream cheese at home. First, let's have a look at the ingredients that we need. All the ingredients are listed here. I'm going to use whole milk, but you are very welcome to use whole cream, which will give the cream cheese a richer and creamier texture. We also need the starter culture, which contains lactic acid bacteria that can grow at room temperature, allowing us to make cheese at home. You can buy it easily online. Then we will need a container, thermometer, rubber spatula, and cheesecloth. There is another secret ingredient that can guarantee the success of the cheese formation, but I would like to reveal it later on. Now let's get started. First, we'll pour all the milk into the sauce pot. Turn on medium heat to slowly heat up the milk. We'll use the thermometer to monitor the temperature of the milk and constantly stir the milk with spatula. The milk will need to be heated to 62 degrees Celsius, and this step is very important, especially if you are using raw milk or milk that is already opened. The high temperature will kill the undesired microorganisms in the milk and make sure the cheese we make is safe to consume. After pasteurization, cool the milk in a cold water bath with ice until the temperature of the milk drops to 20 to 24 degrees Celsius, which is optimal for the growth of the lactic acid bacteria. Now we have cooled our milk, we'll put it on the counter, add a quarter teaspoon of lactic acid bacteria starter culture, wait 1 minute, let it get absorbed, then slowly stir the milk until it is completely dissolved. Do you still remember the magic ingredient that I mentioned before? It's called rennet, and only 3 drops of rennet is sufficient to make sure the milk will successfully turn into cheese. Now we have added all the ingredients, we just need to make sure everything is perfectly mixed. Now it's time to sit back and wait the magic to happen in 16 hours. While we're waiting, let's get to know the science behind cheese making. The reason why we can turn milk into cheese is because of casein coagulation. Casein, which is the most abundant protein in milk, forms a micelle structure and solubilizes in milk at neutral pH thanks to the K-casein fraction on the micelle surface. The lactic acid bacteria in the starter culture digest the lactose in milk and convert it into lactic acid. The acid produced drops the pH of the milk, neutralizes the K-casein fraction on the micelle surface, forcing the casein micelles to form a net-like structure with fat and water trapped in the matrix. The micelles precipitate and form the coagulum. Our magic ingredient rennet, which is an enzyme from animal, cleaves the K-casein fraction from the micelle surface, forcing the net-like structure to form without the need of acid production, and the calcium phosphate gets retained in the matrix. Unlike in acid coagulation, it was released in the water. After 16 hours of acid production, the milk successfully coagulated. Some water is already expelled. Now let's pour the mixture into the cheesecloth and drain the liquid. After the mixture is transferred into the cheesecloth, we can tie the cheesecloth and let it drain for 12 hours. The water expelled contains soluble whey protein, and we can save the liquid and use it to make bread and pancake.
Few moments later.
After 12 hours of draining, most of the water is expelled. If you prefer a cheese with less water content, you can definitely extend the draining process. Now I will take the cheese out of the cloth and our cream cheese is made. You can eat the cream cheese directly or use it in different recipes. Hope you enjoyed this video and would like to try to make cream cheese at home.